Hello, I am Kristen, and welcome to day 63 of my carnivore journey. Today, I wanted to discuss a little bit about what we talked about yesterday. I talked about having your menstrual cycle and related to me personally, microscopic colitis, and how that can change depending on either what we're eating or is it because we are getting our period as women. So, I would love to hear your thoughts behind if you get, if your stomach gets messed up. Do you feel like your immune system goes down? What goes on when we are around that time of month? So, yesterday, my stomach started to get a little bit better, thankfully. And I actually felt a little bit tired after breakfast again. And so, I am noting that when I eat a lot of the pork or bacon, I get tired right after breakfast. And I also have to look at other factors, and so do you. So it's not necessarily all the time something that we may be eating, but I have to look. For me, I woke up at 4 in the morning that night because my son woke up with a cough and that kept me up most of the night. And then I had to get up early in the morning, get the kids fed, get ready, and go out for soccer. So my day was very busy. I was just a little tired yesterday afternoon. And so could it be because of what I ate? Yes. But could it also be because I didn't sleep well? I also got my period. And so I'm going to read it to you. I read that your serotonin levels may fluctuate significantly when you are on your menstrual cycle or right before you're going to have your period. And this can lead to major dips of energy, and it can also affect your mood. So, your fatigue may also be caused by sleep issues linked to your physical premenstrual symptoms. And so, I'm thinking, okay, that makes sense if this is true because I have not slept well the last couple of days, right? And I just got my period. And I did feel that little bit of fatigue and a little bit of the irritability mood swing. So I have to take that into consideration that it's not just what I'm eating. So I'm definitely noting and just jotting down how I'm feeling when it is that time of month. And I know that this is more for the women who are following me, and the men are like, I don't need to know this, but it is something that I want to talk about for the ladies out there because we do go through these things and it is something that can possibly be affecting us. And I think that hand in hand, it also might have to do with what we are eating because I know that when it is that time of month, I have cravings. So yesterday I was really, really craving all of a sudden. I just can just imagine heading to the Keys and getting a key lime pie. So I started Googling keto key lime pies. No joke, because I'm like, how can I make this carnivore? I'm working on it. I don't think that it would be 100% carnivore because you would have to use some type of substituted sugar. So either erythritol or I know that there's a couple other ones, but it is something that I will be doing in the future, especially as I transition to a more animal based because I understand that food is really here to fuel your body and that's what it is meant for. But you know what? Life is short and I love food. I enjoy food. And so if I can find a way to still eat healthy and have healthy results with the way that I'm feeling and still have something over here that every once in a while I'm going to really enjoy, then I'm going to do that. And that may not be with your belief. You may not think that that's the way that you should do things, and that's fine. And you don't have to. But if you're like me and you want to just enjoy the food of life, then I think every once in a while we can try to find a little treat for ourselves. And for us ladies, when we are in that time of month, I know some of people who have been on carnivore for a long time say they no longer crave sweets and they'll do kind of little things like brown butter and biting into butter. And that's just not my thing. I tried it, I don't like it, I don't care for it, and I just really think it's unnecessary. And that's my personal opinion. And so I want to find something that works for me, that gives me that little bit of sweet, loving sweetness when I want it. And so, with that said, my stomach is much better, thankfully. I definitely think that it had to do a little bit with maybe what I ate, but also the fact that I was getting my period and the tiredness as well. Today, I definitely woke up a little bit more energy. I slept better and I slept in a little bit as much as you can when you have 3 kids. But I think that that is a huge factor that you have to look into as well. If you are not sleeping good, now, are you not sleeping good because of your nutrition? Because that can be, that really can be. Or it could also just be, other factors. So you really got to look deep into that and find out what's going on with your body and maybe why you're not sleeping well. And then work on that. That could be as to why you're tired throughout the day and you're fatigued. Um, but if you are sleeping well, which is very important, and then you're still getting the fatigue, more than likely it's something that you're putting into your body that is causing that fatigue, or maybe something that you are missing. I know that for me in the beginning, I needed to add a little bit more electrolytes, and that helps me a lot with the fatigue and with the nausea. And I don't have to take that every day. When I do notice a little bit of change, I'll go ahead and just add that to my water. It's really simple, and I just go on with my day. So I am very happy that I am slowly figuring things out, even if it's not 100%. But this is a walk of the carnivore journey, right? And just trying to figure it out as I go along, because I am not a doctor nor a nutritionist, and I am only doing this because of my why. And I've talked about my why before. You could check those out in previous videos as to why I started and why I am on this journey. And so every day is a new day. Every day I find something else out. Every day sometimes fluctuates where I'm going one way and I think things are going great. And then I get a little bit of a curveball, like my microscopic colitis acting up after I talked about it not acting up for a while. So I think that's just part of the process. And so we're here, we're in this together. I would love to know what day you are on if you've been doing the carnivore journey. If you're here brand new, is it something that you're looking to try and you're just trying to figure it out for yourself if it's something that's going to fit your lifestyle? It is a very restrictive diet, I do believe, and some people might not agree with me, but I do think it's a restrictive diet. It's, you're eating red meat, butter, eggs, salt, um, and some of us have, heavy whipping cream and cheese, but that's pretty much all we are eating. And so it is restrictive. It really is. But I think that that's okay, especially if you're trying to either lose weight or if you're trying to see if it helps with any of your health issues. Now, I'm not saying that it's going to help. I don't know. I'm not a doctor, like I said, and I this is new to me as well. It's why I'm sharing my journey with you, because I am trying to find out if it is something that even works for me. And I have found that I am feeling a lot better in some parts of my life, and in some others I'm still working on. So let's see where this leads to day 90. And we'll just take it day by day, right? Every day is a new day. So if you feel like quitting today, just remind yourself that tomorrow is a brand new day and that you've got this. Switch it up if eating red meat alone is too much for you. I know that that's what a lot of people recommend. Dr. Sean Baker recommends it and some others, but honestly, that is really hard to start with. I would recommend just adding any protein that you can. So I love to add red meat, chicken, seafood. I like to mix it up. And most recently, I make my carnivore pizza, and that kind of makes it feel like it's a cheat meal on the weekends when it's really not. So that is an absolute treat for me. And I will be sharing that recipe with you this week. So stay tuned and look out for that recipe because it is a good one. And make sure to subscribe and like my page. I forgot to remind you when we started, but please make sure to subscribe and like my page. I just want to keep growing and sharing with you and helping those that I can along this journey stay accountable. And I love to hear your story, see where you're at and what works for you and what doesn't. Because again, there is no one size fits all in any type of diet. I hope that you have a beautiful day, and I will see you again tomorrow for day 64.